Alright guys, today I got something a little different for you. This is the Tenpoint bow or crossbow from Wicked Ridge. Now, I got this from Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo. Have no affiliation with this company. They haven't talked to me at all. I just thought this was something really cool that I picked up at Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, and want to show you all what it was. So, this is basically a crossbow that has a function that has a crank option in it. Now, I'm not a serious hunter. I've actually never hunted before in my life, but I really love firearms and I really love stuff like this. So we're gonna shoot it right now. As you can tell on my porch at the end down there, I have a target, and my porch is roughly 50 feet long. I know that because I built the house, and well, I didn't physically build it, but you get what I'm saying. But anyway, it's 50 feet long. So we're gonna shoot this thing out, see how accurate we can get it at 50 feet, which I've shot it, it's pretty accurate. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you all what it does. And at the end, we're probably gonna take it out to a little bit more distance out in the yard, see what we can hit. All right guys, so I'm gonna attempt to do this and try not to butcher this. I am not a crossbow person, I am not a hunter, so I really don't know the terminology of these things. So this is the Rampage 360 from Tenpoint, and I think it has a collaboration with Wicked Ridge. Now, the cool thing about this is the reason why I bought it from Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, like I said, bought it with my own money, is because this thing already has a bunch of features on it that is really cool to me. So it came with an actual quiver, I think is what they're called. And it actually came with a optic on the top, which you might call scope or whatever. And it's actually fairly accurate. We sighted it in at Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo, so this thing is actually pretty good. The other thing, the reason why I like this is because I didn't have to step on it and pull the string back or what have you. I actually had this little AccuDraw system in here, which I thought was pretty cool. Now it comes with this little handle that comes out of the grip right here, and what you do is you have a little clutch button back here. You flick it on and you're able to pull this plastic piece. Now it is plastic. That's the only thing I don't like about it, is that it is plastic. I've actually had one of these break on me before. Before I did this video, I don't know what I did, but I basically had pulled this up there to crank it. And what I actually think happened is that when I pulled it up here to crank it, it actually got on the string, and probably only one side got on the string. That's the other downside of it. You have to make sure you have to get both strings underneath these little teeth right here. So when I did that and I pulled it back, cranked it all the way, it did break on me. I wish this thing was a little bit heavier duty. I wish it was like a, I don't know, like a hard metal, some kind of metal. I don't know what you would put on that. But the Accu system allows you to pull this thing out and stretch it all the way up there, put it on the actual crossbow itself on the string, crank it all the way back. The way you want to do it is you actually want to put it on fire. When you're cranking this thing back like this, let's see, I'll just show you like this. So I'm sure you'll see it in the video later on, but what you do is you put this handle on here and you're able to crank this thing up and crank this thing all the way back. And when it does that and it comes all the way back, it actually hits this thing to safe. So that's how you know you got it cranked all the way back. So I like this system. It seems to work pretty good. So that's the reason why I like it. Except for I wish this was a little bit more heavier duty. So when you get done with that, basically you take your handle out, you pull the clutch out so you can put this back in place, which is right here. You flick your clutch back on so it doesn't move and go anywhere. Put your handle back in the bottom. Oh, it's back here. Put your handle back in the bottom and it just goes right back in place right there, so you don't even really know it's there. You take your arrow and you put it in spot right here. Now these arrows that come with it, I did buy some extra ones just because, but the arrows that come with it actually say on the actual, I don't know what that's called, the fin, it says this, oh, it's a vein. It says this vein down. So you put it in there just like that, slide it all the way back to where it's on the actual string itself, and you're ready to fire. Once you hit fire, you're ready to just pull the trigger and let her go. So that's what we're gonna show you. So one thing I will say is that our crossbows are not toys. It actually says on this thing here, keep your fingers below this guard. That's for a reason. The guy at Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo told me I've actually seen people lose fingers. So it's not a toy, it's very dangerous. Make sure you have I don't know if you can even buy one if you're not an adult, to be honest with you. But here we go. You see the target down there? I'm gonna hold it up just like I do a rifle and put the scope right in the middle of the thing, switch it to fire. I was kind of floating around with it, but it hit right in the middle. Pretty much on target. Like I said, I'm a bit of a floater when it comes to those things, so I mean, it's not really the lightest thing to actually shoot out there, but it's not bad. Not bad for really never shooting a crossbow and actually just sighting it in, you know, just what little bit I did. So this thing is very, very cool. Like I said, it's very good at that kind of distance, at least 50 feet from here. We're gonna take it out the distance of the yard, see how long we can get it out there. All right, guys, like I said, I'm gonna show you how to do this here, but basically what you do is you put the clutch mode in so you can actually, when there's just a little flick of a switch right here on the back end of that thing, pull this little piece out. You want to pull it all the way down and make sure you get both teeth like that, both teeth on the actual string itself. Pull your little handle out. You put it in the actual clutch system, flick it up, and now you got a little crank. Yes, I'm wearing Crocs. Get a crank, give her a crank. Like I said, with the clutch system, you can let it go. It doesn't spin around or whatever. You want to have it on fire so that you can actually tell when it's done cranking up. It'll let you know by pushing that button backwards. Now, it's set to safe. That's how you know when you're done. Engage your clutch system by putting a little bit of tension on it, flicking the thing down, and you got to keep a hold of it. Release it a little bit. You can pull it out. You can pull this thing off here. Put it back in place. Turn your clutch system off. Take your arrow. Like I said, you want to take your arrow with this thing being on safe to keep your hand away from the trigger. Put your fin or fan down, like it says. Put it right in there. Now it's ready to roll. Y'all can see it. It's way down there in the distance. I got a target about 100 feet that way, so we're gonna see if we can hit it from here. Put it on full send. Bingo! It had a hit. Now we're gonna crank it back and do it again. See how fast this system is. Like I said, put it on. Make sure it's seated. Put the handle in, pull the crank up. Have it on full fire. Now it's cocked back all the way. Maybe you do. Okay, so you do have to have it on there. Give it a little tension, let that thing go. It'll come out a little bit. Start your handle. Pull this thing up. Put your arrow down in there. That fin blade down. Make sure it's in the right place. Make sure, I'm having a hard time doing that. Make sure your hand's off the trigger so you don't have to, I mean, it's on safe, but yeah, you don't want any accidents. So, full send again. Bingo, hit it again. Now, where I was aiming at was just basically dead center. Until I go down there and look at it or look at the footage, I won't know actually where it hit, but I heard the audible hit of it. So I know it's a hit. Let's go check it out. I think the first one I was hitting, I was kind of off a little bit. Obviously it's down at the bottom, but the second one was right in dead center. So I think I actually held a little high on that one. So you just got to know your holdovers on these things, but they are accurate. So guys, what do I think about the 10-point crossbow from Wicked Ridge Rampage 360? I think it's pretty rad. And I will say this, it's not easy to reload. It's not quick to reload, but it's definitely packing a punch. This is a full-on game crossbow. Like, I'm not a hunter, but I'm pretty sure that this thing right here would definitely do the job. At 100 feet, it was packing a pretty big punch. I mean, I could hear the thud all the way from over here. It's very cool. It's very lightweight for the most part. I don't know if it's made out of carbon fiber or what, but it's definitely a molded, some kind of heavy plastic. It already comes with a, like I said, it already comes with an optic on it. Got the Accu crank system. It's very cool in my opinion. I like it a lot. I'll continue to play with it. Like I said, I'm not a hunter, but who knows, might get into it. I definitely think with the right arrows and the right stuff, you'll be taking down something. Like I said, I don't know anything about hunting. If y'all know stuff like that, put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this thing. I think it's pretty cool for like 600 bucks. It's really not bad. Like I said, it's definitely not a toy. It's something that is very dangerous and that will take life for sure. Whether it's, you know, game or not, this thing will definitely do the job. So, I got mine at Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo. You can get yours wherever you can find them. Yeah, go check them out. Tenpoint, Crossbows, Wicked Ridge, Rampage 360. I'm out, guys. Have a good one.